I cannot believe that it is already the end of June. July is this weekend, and I want to share a couple of 4th of July menu items from appetizers to dessert. So let's dive in. First, I'm starting with pancakes as an appetizer. Now, I have had guests in the past that are confused when I say pancakes are on the menu, but then once they see what I'm talking about, they are usually the ones that keep going back to that dish for more. I am using my pancake mix recipe that I made and shared in my breakfast video, which I could link for you. I am using about a tablespoon cookie or ice cream scooper. Once I have all my pancakes made, I then start by prepping my fruit. I'm using strawberries and blueberries to do color coordination of red, white, and blue. I do save my strawberry tops. You can add sugar to the jar, shake them periodically, and they will release the juices. Strain the juice, but keep it. And you can add it into a homemade lemonade for strawberry lemonade. I assemble my toothpicks with a blueberry, strawberry, and pancakes, topped with maple syrup and powdered sugar. I can leave in the description box the link to the toothpicks that I did use. Next, I am making a red velvet cookie without food dye. I am using beetroot powder instead, and my kids did not even notice the difference. I start by creaming my sugar and butter, and then mixing the dry ingredients separately. And once that is creamed together, I slowly add it in and then chill the cookie dough for about an hour, and then take it out of the fridge, let it sit for about 15 minutes room temperature.
Waking up to a symphony of sound. In the morning light, birds are singing round. Their melodies carry through the air, a sweet reminder that a new day is here. With every note, a chorus of hope. They fill my heart, making me feel so alive.
Do use a ice cream scooper to scoop out the cookie dough, and I also roll it so that it forms better after being baked, and bake it at 350 for 12 minutes.
Birds are chirping so melodiously, a song of joy and possibility. They tell me it's time to spread my wings and let the world hear what my heart sings.
I have been enjoying experimenting with my grain mill as I'm new to freshly milled flour, and I am using hard red wheat to make hamburger buns. Nothing says the 4th of July like burgers on the grill, but mine will be cooked on the stove. This is my go-to versatile bread recipe that I have used multiple times already on this channel. I can leave it linked as well if you're interested. I can use them for hamburger buns, bread, loaves, dinner rolls, bagels. Now I have learned with freshly milled flour that you have to wait. I can't use just my mixer to knead the dough once. I have to go back for stretches and folds for it to actually rise properly. For the burgers, I'm doing a little twist to, I guess, spice it up for the menu. And I am starting by making homemade mayo. Just drop an egg in the bottom of a jar with about a cup of avocado oil, salt, lemon juice, and use your immersion blender. Starting at the bottom, I will be using this to make pimento cheese. Now I did not use any jalapeno, didn't have none on hand. So I just used my cream cheese, shredded cheese, mayo, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and mixed it up, put it in a jar. My bread dough is ready to shape for its second rise, so I shape it into 12 pieces. When it comes to sides, I try to think of something that's quick to throw together while I focus on all the other parts of hosting with the decor and the main dish, the dessert, the appetizers and drinks. So this crock-pot corn has been a go-to time and time again. It is actually my kid's favorite. It's got about 4 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of butter with a quart of corn, some salt and pepper, and I put it on low for about 5 hours and stir it occasionally, and it is ready to go. For another side, I am making some potato wedges. I don't have all brown potatoes, so I am using sweet potatoes and classic Idaho potato. And I'm cutting them and putting them in a bowl with water to let them sit, and then I will strain the water, throw them on the pan, and season it with onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, parsley. Make it at 425 for 10 minutes, and then flip them, throw them back in for another 10 minutes. Now my second rise of my buns are done. So I am putting an egg wash on the top with sesame seeds. We get our beef locally and we buy it by a quarter of a cow. And I am adding in some seasoning and homemade ketchup. I didn't have barbecue sauce, so I'm adding molasses and brown sugar to substitute as barbecue sauce. And I use this patty maker to get them pretty thin because that's what my family prefers. And for this summer salad, I am doing romaine lettuce, cherry tomatoes, strawberries, onion, and feta cheese. And of course, hard-boiled eggs because we have so many at this time of year. Topped with a homemade dressing, I used the rest of my mayonnaise and added about a tablespoon of honey, teaspoon of Dijon mustard to make my own honey mustard. It'll also be great topped with homemade candied pecans, which are pretty simple to make. That's all for this week's video. Thank you for joining us at the Crooked Trellis Homestead. I hope you guys have a great Independence Day weekend, and thank you to those who have served. I'll see you next week.
Children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.